It's morning and we're in Blackpool. This camera I'm using is the Panasonic X920. The siren you just heard was the tower lift letting the workmen know that it's passing through. And if you look carefully at the tower, you can actually see one of the lift cars descending. Anyone who has ever been to Blackpool before knows that it takes quite a while for it to wake up. Roughly about 11 AM and all the shops, piers, restaurants, cafes, rides and attractions, they will start to open up for the day. It's autumn and quite cool at the moment, although the sun is out mixed with a few light clouds, so it should warm up as the day goes on. That's the old Butlins Hotel, the Metropole, and I believe the only hotel built on the seafront side. This to our left is the Blackpool Cenotaph, and it's 100 feet high. It's an obelisk, and it does bear a striking resemblance to the Cleopatra's Needle. By lunchtime, all the piers will be full to the brim with people. There's 3 of them here, north, central and south. And they all have slot machine arcades, shops, bars and places to eat. And apart from the south pier, the other 2 have full-size theatres. The south pier did used to have its own theatre, but a lot of that has since made way for rides and attractions, which can also be found on the central pier too. There's an advertisement for the Hot Ice Show, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's an Olympic-sized skating rink they've got there. I have seen the show several times, and it is quite spectacular. It features various top skaters from different parts of the world. It's a very, very good show. Looking up north from the pier area, now it's starting to get a little more busier, more traffic, more people, buses and trams, they're more active now. There's a look at the Sandcastle indoor water park. And here's part of the Big One roller coaster at the Blackpool Pleasure Beach. The sun's out now and it's not a bad day. It has warmed up a bit, but you do still need a jacket of sorts. That's one of the old traditional trams there. They made a feature of it. It's not a working tram, it was, but it's not now. But I guess it could be with the conversions that some of the other older trams have been given. This is now the official entrance to the Pleasure Beach Park. And the Noah's Ark ride, which has been about for a very, very long time, I do remember it being free to enter, which I quite liked. And then you just paid for sheets of tickets which contained A, B, C and D class rides. And you use that for the appropriate type of rides and attractions. I did like that idea. Even during the day, the illuminations look quite good, all neat and uniform in some places. There's been hundreds of different types of illumination design over the years. They update certain sections from time to time. There's a row of some of the smaller hotels and guest houses that adorn the seafront along with the larger ones. Looking from the south to the tower now, and another theming of illuminations. This time it looks like it's a Broadway Hollywood style. And if you check out my channel, I have several uploads of the illuminations. I'll put a link at the end of this for you. Moving up to the central pier and the Ferris wheel, that's right in the middle there. There's a closer look at the wheel. I will be going onto the pier shortly. There's a load of people who have either arrived at their hotel or have been on a coach excursion. It's got to be one of the biggest tourist destinations in the country, certainly the biggest seaside tourist resort. Now on the central pier, beside the giant Ferris wheel. This is also the same wheel that has been used at the start of a programme for BBC, or rather it's been used as a BBC ident, as opposed to the globe that we once had. There's a good view of the beach and promenade areas. It'll look even better once the scaffolding is not there, but it's obviously a necessity, which I understand that the painting and maintenance is done every so many years and takes a few to complete. There's so much going on here. There's the Sea Life Centre, and moving along is one of the largest indoor arcades I've ever seen, and that's Coral Island. The facade has had quite a few makeovers over the years. This pirate theming stands out pretty well, and that's one of the newer trams just going by. "518 feet is the height of the tower, which the original inspiration came from the Paris Eiffel Tower. This one's about half the size. This is a good view looking north straight up to Bispam and beyond. There's the Metropole below and the Cenotaph. And a look at some of the streets away from the beach area and right into the town. Blackpool North Station at the top right there. Look at that view, well beyond the illuminations, right over the back there. Looking down at North Pier and those waves. This is a bit like being in an aircraft from this angle, when the sun shines over the sea like this, and it looks pretty good with the clouds over the horizon, not over us. Remember the old Walk of Faith, which was one large glass panel, about 400 feet in the air that you stood on? Well, now it's been revamped with several glass panels. Obviously these are a special toughened type of glass. That's known as the comedy carpet, with the catchphrases from many celebrities at present day, right back to the past. That's a zoomed in view of the Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which everything surrounding it is dwarfed by the big one coaster there. Also you can see part of the South Pier to the right. If you're into shows and theatres, there's plenty of them here, and most within easy reach of each other. Well, I hope you enjoyed the brief tour of just some of the Blackpool coastline. Don't forget to check out my channel for similar uploads, as well as theme parks and attractions. Also, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I will put up a link for the illuminations at the end. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon on YouTube.